What do you look like walking this planet from those who are looking from above this planet, right? What do you look like to the people in heaven, right? Well, not the people, right? To the gods, right? To God, right? What do you look like? What do you look like when when the divination comes, right, on you? What does it look like? How you living your life? What's in your head? What's in your actions? What's in your heart? What are you doing as you walk around this planet? Sister, sparked this talk in me. What's the sister name? Ether. Sister name Ether. Ill tarot reader, Much props to the sister. She used to say in her introduction, she used to be like, and thank you for the way you show up in the planet. That's what she's for the way you show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always thought that was a very poignant assessment of what's happening here. You're being looked at. Whether you know it or not, whether you care, right? Whether you're at the growth level to respond to that understanding, you are being watched by heaven. And what do you look like from heaven? What I mean? We come to the planet, we have experiences, and the experiences make us this way or that way, but it's all with our allowance. It's what we allow the experiences to make us. Do we let the experiences make us, or do we simply respond to the experiences that we're having? Before we learn anything, most likely we're letting the experiences make us. So what have these experiences made you into? These be the things that we have to correct about ourselves lots of times. Because if it's, the outside is making you, then that's not good, right? You got this bad experience. This person abused you. These people, they did X, Y, Z to you when you was a kid. So now you this way, and this is how you treat people, and da 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 da. Well, see now, that's something that you should come to the realization that you need to correct. But sometimes we don't, and that's just life. Life goes on. You'll experience what you experience. You'll be who you be, and life goes on. For good or for bad for you, right? Everybody's not on the path of ascension. Everyone's not here to grow themselves. Everyone's not, on a Christ conscious mission, to grow themselves to the level of self-mastery. So I can't really, I guess this is not for everybody. You know what I mean? But if you are someone who knows a little bit more about what life is and what you're supposed to be doing here, that question goes back out. What do you look like, from heaven? What do you look like? How do you show up on the planet? That's what I mean. How do you show up? You know what I mean? When Tehuti looks down, understanding what you came here to do, and then viewing what you're doing, right? How you are allowing life's experiences to mold you, when Tehuti looks, what does he see? And I mean, ultimately, man, we have all kinds of things that we could do that we would consider sins or whatever like that. And ultimately, the worst thing is dealing with others in a crazy way. Like, how do you deal with others? Like, are you harming others? That's the big question that heaven's going to put to you. It's one thing to, maybe you got involved in drugs and, or sex or whatever it may be. You let your pleasures get to you, or, or something like this. You harm yourself, right? But when you now take the experiences that you had on this planet and you turn to others and you act, you inflict kind of them with the ugliness that life made you out to be, then, that's a special kind of sin. That's a special kind of harm that you bring, because, you've turned outward with your ailment, right? With your affliction, right? Whatever that is that afflicted you, now you're like turning to others and afflicting them. You get, no props for that. Like that's you really offending God now, because God is those other people. God is everything. God is everyone. So when you treat that other person badly, that's a special kind of sin. How do you look? How do you look from heaven, who created you, when you walking around harming other people? Some of y'all harming other people for willy-nilly, no reason. Some of y'all think y'all justified. I'm going to harm this person. They don't deserve XYZ, so I'm going to take it from them, or whatever case, right? Some of y'all got no reason at all. Some of y'all just evil. I say y'all, because I know it ain't me. I ain't doing no evil shit to nobody out here. You know what I mean? But I do know people. I know a couple people who are evil, who will take your good and decide to do evil to you because of that. Who are you to be doing good? I'm going to evil you. You know what I'm saying? Who are you? Who you think you are? You're going to be doing good. You're going to be treating people not good and stuff. Who you think you are? Let me take you out of that. Wow. That sounds to me unbelievable, but I've experienced that. So yeah, there's people out here like that. So I'm like, how do you look to the God that created you? Yeah, that's a serious question. Some people don't take it seriously. What if God is looking at you and, God sees, like, where are all the things that God could see? When God says, what do you look like walking this planet? All the things God could see. He could see that you are, a righteous person. You're somebody that's walking around. Maybe you're doing good for yourself. You're doing good for others, Something like that. That's an answer. That's something that could come up. Or, what else could he see? He could see that you are a liar. You could be a liar. You could be someone who's deceitful towards others. You could be someone who is insincere. You're walking around, you're telling people stuff, but it ain't really real. You're trying to convince people of this or that. You know what I'm saying? You could be, a chaste individual who respects themselves, right? So they don't do certain things that's going to compromise their dignity. Or you could just be licentious, something like that. You just out there with yours. You a hoe. You know what I mean? That could come up. Like, you walking around the planet, you think that you the only one that sees you, and so you say, yeah, I'm a hoe, and you be a hoe. You know what I mean? So you doing this or you doing that. You could be a liar. Like, oh man. You know what I mean? You could be someone who comes out their face and represents falsehood. This is heaven looking at you now. This is your angels, your ancestors looking at you now, saying, what are you doing on this planet? They're going to be talking to you when you die. You know what I mean? Saying, yeah, why were you a hoe though? Like, well, why were you a liar? Well, why did you deceive that person? Like, what was the thing? Like, you could be, a selfish individual who only thinks about themselves, who takes no accountability. You could be this type of, thing. And, yeah, there's consequences to that. There's, you hear them. We probably don't hear those confirmations, but yeah, there are consequences to just not monitoring yourself. as you walk the planet. You know, children have it easy. Some of y'all are children. Some of y'all are children, coming back to, or coming here, I should say. Some of y'all are in your early stages of development. Some of y'all not. You know what I mean? If you in your early stages of development and you out here wilding, I'm sure that God's going to take that into account. But some of y'all been here before. You know what I mean? And y'all wilding. Y'all been here before. Y'all out there like doing whatever. And yeah, there's consequences to that. Because you're graded in school, there's a matter of matriculation or not. You know what I'm saying? What is it? Degradation. You know what I mean? You can go the other way with it, So yeah, that's it really. You know what I mean? What are you doing out here? How you looking out here? How you looking on the planet? How you looking as you walk this God's green earth? What does God see in you?